I'm 32, I'm unemployed, and I am about to rebuild my entire life from scratch. Welcome to my Dream Life Diaries. Last year, I posted a video about turning 31 and feeling completely lost and stuck in a life that didn't really feel like mine. And almost a year later, I am still feeling lost, and now I am also unemployed. My 30s have been honestly kicking my ass, and it's time to change this. And now that I've been forced out of this cycle, I feel like I want to take the chance to choose myself, my expression, my creativity, and my freedom, and work on building my dream life. So, for some quick context, I was stuck in a job until recently that made me miserable. I stayed for the financial stability, but in reality, I was unmotivated and burnt out and completely overwhelmed. And when I lost this job, one of the first things I felt was relief because it felt like the natural end to something that I should have left a long time ago. But of course, right after that, set in the panic because now there was no financial stability, no job, and no idea where to go next. I also lost a piece of my identity that I have been really clinging on to for a while now. And in terms of my creativity and confidence, I really reached one of my lowest points I've ever had in my life before. And then I read this quote recently which said that if you don't know what to pursue, pursue yourself. And that hit me really hard because for a while now, I have been stumbling around trying to figure out who I want to be, where I want to go, and I feel like I don't really have all the answers. I realized that I don't want to outsource my value, my confidence to a paycheck or to one job. It has never really been me, and that is exactly the reason why I'm here right now, feeling the way I am. So, I decided to take the next 5 months, that is from now until the end of December 2025, to pursue what I want in life. And why am I doing 150 days is because I've seen a lot of 30-day resets online, and that has been really inspiring to see. But I feel like 30 days is not enough for what I want to do. I'm not really looking for a quick fix, I want real sustainable change. And with the 150 days, I will have the space to build systems, to show up consistently, to pursue the kind of dream life I want to have. So, the next 150 days is about rediscovering who I am, what I want, and how I'm going to get there. And this series is called my Dream Life series because at the end of the 150 days, I want to have the foundation of my dream life. I want to have the systems, I want to have goals. And if any of this resonates with you, please hit subscribe and follow me on my journey. So, the way this journey is going to work is I'm going to share updates either weekly or monthly here on YouTube. I'm still figuring it out, depends on how much time I have. And I want to share it all. I want to share the journey. I want to document my failures, my successes. And I do want to emphasize that this is not about reaching the next shiny achievement for me. This is about building a life that is going to last, that is going to bring me joy and freedom. So, what does pursuing myself look like, and what does that mean to me? I think pursuing myself looks like being the most confident, most happiest, most healthiest, and the most authentic version of me. It does not mean that I have it all figured out. I have in my mind a kind of picture of what my dream life would be and what it looks like to be living in that moment. And I kind of want to take small steps towards living that life and being more authentic, something that aligns with me, that brings me peace, but is also exciting me to live the kind of life that I want to build. I want to find joy in living my life and living it on my terms. And I think it also looks like me not chasing external validation, but exploring what I care about, what feels meaningful and impactful to me. And I think following this would make me genuinely happy and more satisfied in my life. And to actually make this happen, I have broken my life into 6 areas. And I'm hoping that by focusing on different goals within these areas, I will be creating my dream life. And for me, this is not just about reaching certain kinds of numbers or certain goals. It's about pursuing the authentic version of me that I'm really curious to explore, and I'm hoping will be the outcome of following these dreams of mine. And if I focus on these 6 areas, they're going to connect back to me building my dream life and pursuing myself. So let's get into each of these areas. So the first area is health and fitness. And earlier this year, I started to learn pole dancing, and it became such a life-changing moment for me to have a sport that is demanding and I enjoy so much because it shifted the mindset for me from sport being a chore to being more enjoyable and contributing to my confidence and the way I look at my body completely differently. And pole is very demanding, but I see a lot of progress in my overall strength, my confidence, and the way that I approach fitness generally. So I really want to improve my pole dancing, go more regularly, and to improve my pole dancing, I also want to get my splits so that I'm having a lot more fun and I can do a lot more progress within the sport. But I also want to have increased flexibility so that they're complementing my pole dancing and I'm being more fit. And I want to improve not only because of the sport, but because I see there's a huge difference in my strength, my flexibility, and mostly my confidence. So, improving my pole dancing, getting my splits, and improving my flexibility are some of my fitness goals that I have. To complement my pole dancing, I want to start going to the gym 4 times a week as a habit. Uh, I've never really been a gym person, so this is going to be a little bit tricky to incorporate into my life. And I want to start going to the gym and learn how to do some weight training and strength training because not only because it's going to contribute to my pole dancing, but I also want to feel stronger, more healthier, and fitter overall. So I'm really excited to start building this habit, but also very nervous. And last goal that I have in this section is to learn how to swim. I have never learned how to swim. I can barely survive in water, and I really feel like it's time for me to face my fear and learn how to swim, finally enjoy being in water as well. So, this is another goal for me for this year. And the next section is my career and my finances section. As you know, I'm right now unemployed. So, my first goal is to find a job, and I want to find a job that is really aligned to what I'm looking for in terms of flexibility, in terms of being challenging, and in terms of compensation. And knowing the market right now, that is a little bit tough, but I really want to try getting a job that is going to be really aligned to who I am. And next to that, I want to also launch my own business that is separate from my traditional job. I want to bring in extra income so that I'm not reliant only on one job. And I really hope that launching my business is going to be more aligned to my creativity, to my personal goals, and contribute towards the financial freedom that I'm looking for. And to support both of these goals, I want to upskill and do different kinds of certifications so that I'm still relevant in the job market and that they would help me open up different kind of opportunities for me by being more skilled in the market. The next area is creativity. This is a really big focus area for me because I feel like I've always been creative, and this is one of the biggest sides of me that I keep suppressing. So I want to do first the Artist Way experiment, which is a 12-week program to reconnect with the inner artist and the inner child in me. So I'm really excited to explore my creative self with this experiment. The next goal is I want to write my own poetry book. This has been a dream for me since I was a child. So, literally a lifelong dream. So, I think I really want to write and publish my own poetry book and make this dream come true for the little Chai. So I'm very excited to see that. And another thing I want to do is to grow and monetize this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel is one of my creative outlets, and I also want to share and document the journey. And I hope that I'm able to build an audience that connects with me and is in a similar journey. So I want to build a community within this YouTube channel as well. And parallelly, I also want to learn more about editing, visual storytelling, and content creation so that I'm able to also increase the way I use creative expression, especially in visual contexts. Personal goals help me reach a few different things. So in my personal goals list, I want to complete my German C1 certification for the German language. This has been a goal of mine since I started to learn German, and I live in Germany, so I really want to get my German certification done. I also love learning languages. So this year I also decided to learn Spanish and I want to reach conversational fluency for Spanish, so like a B1. So this is a fun goal for me to pursue because I love learning languages. And in terms of life admin, I want to apply for my German citizenship because this is something that would massively impact my stability and my future, considering that I see myself right now in Germany. So this is something I also want to do to make my life a bit easier. Another life admin task I need to get ticked off is to get my driving license done. I don't know how to drive, and it is a life skill that is really important. It feels absolutely terrifying for me to pursue this, but I really want to get it done. It is something that is still necessary, so this is one of the things I want to pursue. And in terms of prioritizing mental health, I want to start going back to therapy and commit to taking care of my mind as much as my goals. So this is something that is on my focus list as well. The next pillar is things that are like habits or lifestyle choices that I want to have within my life. So I want to have a better morning and night routine that are more impactful, are going to contribute to waking up and being more productive, or getting the required rest and recovery that I need, and having better sleep. So I want to improve my morning and night routines. I also want to focus on hydration and nutrition. This is something that is super important to nourish my body, to learn to listen to my body, and I want to make better eating habits. I used to do a lot of journaling previously, so I also want to bring back daily journaling. It used to be a really powerful tool I used to rely on quite a lot, so I really want to bring it in more so that I'm more cognizant of my present and my mental space and what I'm going through, and documenting my experiences in another form. And the last one is I want to redefine my personal style. I think my wardrobe has gone a little bit out of hand and it doesn't feel like myself anymore. I have changed in the past decade and my wardrobe has not really changed with me. So I want to create my personal style and curate my wardrobe to be reflective of who I am right now. And so there's going to be a lot of decluttering and selling and redoing my wardrobe as well. So the last pillar is community and connection. So I want to have a good friendship circle, a good circle of network for inspiration and exchange of ideas for the different kinds of creative expressions I'm pursuing. And especially since it's very new, I think I also want to be inspired and meeting people in a similar kind of journey to me. And so for that, I want to build a book club. I love to read, and so having a book club that is vibrant and something that is amazing is going to help me share my interest for books and meet new people with a similar interest. To pursue my writing and help my writing, I want to have a writing club where I'm meeting people, we're getting feedback, and I'm sharing and being inspired and being accountable to write more. So I want to have a writing club. And finally, I want to have a women's community. This is something for me that feels deeply personal, and it's something that I want to do with a lot of intention, a lot of purpose, to create a very meaningful space for women. So this is something that I want to do as a personal impact project. So these are the different kind of areas and goals that I have, and I'm not really aiming for perfection here. I'm trying to experiment, I'm trying to pursue and discover myself along the way. I'm giving myself permission to try and to fail and to be okay with failure. If you ever feel stuck in your life, you are in your 30s, you have so many dreams, more than you know what to do with, and you are also trying to figure it out one step at a time, then this series is for you. I am so curious to see who I'm going to be at the end of this experiment, and I hope you will be here to find out with me. And if you are on a journey like mine or want to start one, then let's do this together.